Hey there, it's your Bill Estate Agent, and we're here with another episode of my Shop Local series. And today I've got this great guest who has an awesome restaurant. It's Shannon Harrison of Knuckies Hoagies.
Hey, Bill. Thank you for having me today.
Hey, Shannon. Thanks for being here. So, all right. Well, we're going to get started. And to kick off, I'm going to ask you a real estate question. Are you ready?
Right. Yes.
All right. So, in the last house that you purchased, what was a must-have feature that would have been a deal breaker if it didn't have it?
Oh, okay. Well, actually, the last house I was in, we built it. So
Okay.
that's a little bit different.
Yep.
But you learn as you go along. So I would have had a walk-in pantry or a butler's pantry. That would have been, that's a deal breaker for me now. When you walk into some of the houses now that have smaller space and you need more. There's
Yeah.
so many more kitchen
It's always
gadgets.
it always comes back to storage.
Absolutely.
It's like yeah.
Absolutely.
I get it. Well, all right. Well, when you're ready. No, I'm kidding. So, all right. Well, so Knuckies Hoagies, you guys just opened.
February, the end of February, we had our soft opening.
And so tell us all about it. So how'd you get into it? And by the way, I met Shannon. She was working at Roswell North Elementary.
Yes, I was
up
teaching
until
second
last year.
grade.
Teaching,
Exactly.
yeah.
So teaching is part of my background. And I moved up here a few years ago, and both of my sisters own businesses. And the one that I'm partnered with also owns Buff City Soap.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
she was looking for another franchise, and she said, Shannon, we've got to start a restaurant. And I said, Stacy, I'm a teacher. And she said, no, you can do this. You can do it too. I said, all right. So we moved forward with it. She had found Knuckies Hoagies. It's a small franchise here in Georgia. And our Call to Fame is our proprietary bread recipe that actually was created to become a pizza dough recipe, but it failed miserably. But it was such a good hoagie roll that this new concept rolled out. So she talked me into it, and now I'm a restaurant owner.
Well, that's awesome. And by the way, they're located by the Super Target.
Yes, we're on Woodstock Road, right across. We're at, little shout out to Five Guys. We're right next to them, and we all play well together. They come eat with us, and we eat with them as well.
All right. Well, so besides the roll, which is delicious, tell us about the store and about the shop and how it's gone so far.
It's going well. We love our location. We have had such community support. We just can't even tell you about the outreach and community support we've received. We've got a big dining room and some patio seating outside. So we just want to be family friendly. Come on in, sit down, eat, visit with your family. If you need to grab it and go, we can take care of you in that way too. We've got multiple different ways you can order online through our Clover app, where you just pick it up and go, or through one of the Uber Eats or Grubhubs.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And so, and you do have a big dining room.
We do.
Do you guys, if there's a big group that I guess wants to reserve it, or is it available to kind of buy out, or is it?
Our hours are from 11 to 10:30 technically. Technically, it's 10:30 to 7 Monday through Saturday, and then 11 to 4 on Sundays. And if somebody needed to use it as a reserved space, we're certainly open to having that conversation.
Okay.
We want to be available to the community in as many ways as we can.
Well, and let's talk about that, because I know already in the short time you've been open, I've seen you at tons of community events. So I know you have your community involvement's got to be a main focus for you guys.
That's one of the things that's so exciting, and I love that part. That's one of my roles, is reaching out and building relationships within the community. Love being a teacher, but it's nice to be outside and being involved in different groups. So we're happy to partner with the schools. We've been able to do that through some different connections that I've made through the years. We're feeding our teachers for back to schools or for open house events. We've done some things. We're super excited to be partnering with Roswell High School to do their pregame meals. I'm a football mama at heart. My son, when he stopped playing, I walked around crying for like 3 days. I just wept in my robe because I loved it so much.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be back in touch in that way.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you are a Roswell High School Spirit card holder, check it. Our logo's on there. Come in and see us. Full-size hoagie, and you get a free combo.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also on the volleyball cards.
Volleyball cards as well. So
yes.
we're trying to get into all of those. And if you happen to have a different school and you'd like for us to participate and partner with you, please call me.
Okay. Well, and so if you're not a school or someone that you're just helping out, I mean, people can call and you do catering orders too, right?
Absolutely, we do catering orders, yes,
right.
and that's one of the things we do. And most of those can be picked up, but in some cases, when you just need it to be delivered, we certainly could do that as well.
Okay. Well, that's great to know. Well, so what's been your biggest challenge so far, being a new restaurant business owner?
Believe it or not, when you're in education, your schedule is pretty tight. You know exactly what to do, when to do, how your day is going to be organized. And so reorganize it, for me, that's been a little bit of a challenge. Now, like I said, my sister, she's been through, she understands the hiring and the firing and a lot of the background with that. So I'm getting used to that, and just my schedule is one where I'm going out into the community and finding ways to plug in, as opposed to being told, you know, you're here at this time and you leave at that time. But
Yeah.
I have absolutely loved it.
Well, good. Well, and you're good at networking. I see you in a lot of my networking groups. I know you're out and about, and
It's been so fun. It really has.
Yeah, well, and that's a big part of it, and that's getting people to know about you and get them into your shop and try your food, because once you try it, you're sold. I mean,
I hope so. Thank
it's
you.
delicious.
We think it's a great product, but I just wanted to say that just another thing about the community. When we did our open house, our ribbon cutting, and Roswell Inc. came through, and my heart was just so touched by the business owners that came through just to be with us that day and to celebrate us. So I immediately got on that little committee. So if you're doing an open house, please reach out to them. Ribbon cutting, we want to be a part. We just want to celebrate any new business that's coming into Roswell.
Yeah, well, and listen, the businesses are amazing at supporting the local businesses,
are.
and shops like yours are so important to the community that, again, it just fans out. I mean, it rolls into real estate. It rolls into
it's goodwill.
It is goodwill, and it's what makes our community special. And
I agree.
so it's what makes people want to come here and live. So we love it. We love it.
Buy houses.
Yeah, and buy houses, right? Yes. So, okay. Well, what else? Is there anything else you want to share? And
well, let's talk a little bit about what's on our menu.
Okay.
So we want to have a little something for everyone. We know that there's different allergies that are in place. We know that some people are gluten-free, so we have options for gluten-free.
Perfect.
We have beautiful salads that can be made. We have hot subs, or hot hoagies and cold hoagies. We have some really nice press sandwiches. So if you like a traditional Cuban, we think you would enjoy ours.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
It's a great menu. It's huge.
We have 17 different options just for the hoagies, and then 4 different salad options. When the weather gets cooler again, we'll have soup. We took that off the menu for the summer because it's just not requested as much when it's 105 degrees outside.
You don't say.
It's true. We're throwing this away by the batches. We're going to wait. We're going to press pause.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so as far as how to find you, you've given us your address where you guys are located, but tell us about where folks can find you with your website and online, if they want to order online. Or
if you want to order online, you can go to Knuckies Hoagies Roswell, Knuckies Hoagies of Roswell, Georgia, or just Google Knuckies Hoagies Roswell. It's going to pop up.
Okay.
There's not a lot of options with hoagies. You will find us, but just be careful with the different locations. We've had a little confusion with the one that's on Roswell Road. So we're the one, Roswell, but on Woodstock Road.
Okay. Yes. And then as far as social media, is the Roswell shop? Do you guys have
our
Instagram or
we're on social media.
Okay.
We don't our corporate office likes to handle the Instagram
Okay.
and the Facebook advertising. So
All right, very
you'll
good.
see different portions of the menu through that.
Okay. Well, perfect. So I've got to ask, if you're walking in the shop, you don't have much time, what's your go-to?
My go-to's, what am I going to select?
Yes.
All right. If I want a cold hoagie, I'm going to pick the Italian. It is packed full of flavor, cherry pepper relish. You cannot go wrong. So many people eat the turkey and Swiss because they just like that basic comfort. But if you need something really hearty, you're going to want that cheesesteak. We shave our USDA prime beef every morning.
Writing them down so I can try it. I actually have had the Italian already. It's delicious.
You liked it?
It was delicious, yeah. It was great. But I'm a cheesesteak fan as well, so. All right. And then what about sweet treats? Anything?
Oh, my goodness. How can I miss that? All right, sweet treats. So we've got chocolate chip cookies on the regular, and we make banana pudding fresh. We try to make it every day, a fresh pan. It is a very good sweet treat. When it sells out, it's gone. So catch us early in the morning. Nice. The other thing that we've been sampling out, we just finished up with our chocolate Oreo cookie mousse.
Ooh, that sounds good.
If you like the sweet bite. I'm considering a lemon icebox pie. So that's the next one that we're going to test.
Awesome. And can each franchise, each store come up with some of their own items?
What we do is when we have a suggestion is we go through the
Gotcha.
main office
Right.
and we say, this is what we'd like to do, and then they want to sample it. So we'll create a batch for them, let them try it.
Awesome.
And we haven't been turned down yet.
Good.
And we have a new sandwich coming up next month. It's called, oh gosh, what did they call that one? Oh, what's the name of that one? The Wicked Chicken. And it's a chicken sandwich with pimento cheese.
Oh, that sounds good. All right. Well, very good. Well, I'm starving now, so I guess we need to wrap this up. Well, listen, I'm so glad you took a few minutes to come here. We've been trying to do this for quite a while.
We've been
we finally
missing
coordinated
for
schedules,
weeks.
and so I really appreciate it because I know you're slammed, and but it's all good stuff. It's so great to have you guys in town, and I'm excited for you just making a career change. That's a big jump.
It's very exciting. Oh, one more thing about the community.
Sure.
I almost forgot. This Sunday at Deep Roots, they're having a tailgating cook-off. So we're going to be there and submitting one of our sandwiches. So, and I think there's a lot of restaurants. That's going to be a good time. It's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're available Sunday, come on down to Canton Street.
All right. Well, listen, whatever you do, whenever you're hungry, get in the car, head over to Knuckies and grab a hoagie. And when you're ready to sell or buy, call your real estate agent. He's your guy. Shannon, thanks again.
Bill, thank you for having me.
All right. Sure thing. Oh, and hey, I almost forgot the best part of your day. Probably not.
Come on now.
Little Bill Estate swag. So you've got your shirt,
Bill.
your tailgate cup, a couple pens, and your koozie.
Thank you so much. What a treat.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Until next time, we'll see ya.